Nikki Gensmer. I'm the Communications Coordinator here at CUMC, a member of the Mission to Guatemala leadership team, and have been blessed with the opportunity to participate in the Mission to Guatemala this year and last. I've been to Guatemala 3 times this past year, actually, so I must like it or something. My first time to Guatemala, I didn't know what to expect. What I did know, I had heard a lot from Katie, and I should come, and it would be fun. And I guess that's all I needed to know. Okay, sign me up, I guess. I knew I wanted to help people, which sounds like a surface thing to hear myself say now, because I really had no idea what that actually meant for me. I had no idea how much I would learn, how firmly these trips to Guatemala would latch onto my heart, and how the people and experiences would find a home in my soul and sit there until I returned to Guatemala each time. What I would come to find is that the people you travel with, the people you meet, and the work that you do will most likely be unlike anything you've ever experienced. Mission to Guatemala would ignite a life purpose, teach me an infinite amount about myself and my world, and it would soothe my soul. And here's why. The people of Guatemala are amazing. Their eyes are kind, their spirits patient, and the amount of gratitude they show is almost unbelievable. It reminds you to slow down, breathe some more, and be thankful. I wish I had time to share with you the stories of all the amazing people we've worked with, but I do not, so I will share a couple. We met a boy midweek who was escorted with the guidance of his father's shoulders. We soon found out that he had gone blind 6 months ago. What happened, we wondered. The docs suspected a brain tumor. Can we just think for a minute about what this means for the boy and his family? They were convinced that God had shunned him for some reason, that God hated his family. And then there's the fact that we had no idea if they have the means to get to a clinic some hours and hours away from their home village. If I went blind this very moment, I would have someone walk me across the street to the clinic. The boy has had a tough road and will have a tough road ahead of him, and all I can hope is that knowing what may be going on or having some direction gave him at least a tiny glimpse of hope and comfort. I think about him every day. Another day we were checking out the eyes of a set of twins. One of them really needed glasses to help her study. She put on her first pair of glasses and exclaimed, "Much better, oh my gosh, much better," turning to her sister, grabbing her arm and nodding her head enthusiastically. I can still see the excitement on her face. And then there's Ricardo, aka Ricky. He's a 16-year-old boy who I met in the markets of Panajachel last year. He has become our friend and walks along with us as we shop. He has a quiet and whimsical demeanor, and I've loved getting to know him. He shared with me one time that he aspires to be a pediatrician. I was elated when he told me, saying to him, "That's amazing. I bet you'll make a fantastic pediatrician someday." We don't have to think too hard about it, though, to know that while his dream is to be a doctor, the responsibility of working in the market to make money for his family is very real, and it's something that he takes seriously. Lene shared with me that she has met him in the markets 5 years ago, and he has been seen running around the market at all times of the day. You know, we're told you can be anything that you want to be, but our resources to do so are nearly limitless. Not all people have this luxury. I hope with all of my might that Ricky will be a stellar pediatrician someday. And I think about the places we've gotten to see together. Volcan de Pacaya, one of my favorite places on earth as I know it, proves to be a very spiritual place for me. My first time on Pacaya was about a year ago, on a day that just so happened to be my 25th birthday. We met a man named David at a peculiar little hut of a store simply titled Lava Rock Shop. He sold me a triangular ring made of sterling silver and petrified lava rock, and he very passionately shared the story of Pacaya in my ring. He shared with me the properties he believed it to carry: balance, healing, positivity. At the time, I had to admit I took it with a slight grain of salt. What I didn't know is that I would end up wearing this ring every single day, would most definitely feel its properties seeping into my life, and would desperately feel unbalanced and off-kilter when forgetting to put it on in the morning. I had no idea that this ring would eventually stand for much more. It would be a daily reminder of the blind boy and his family, of the children's roaring and contagious laughter and relentless energy, of the newly budded courage of women who are finally taking a stand, of Ricky, of the woman of the woman who brought four entirely different groups of people together to celebrate the new year by simply sharing paper lanterns to light and release into the firework-lit sky. This ring stands for patience, simplicity, dedication, purpose, and perseverance. Each day and each trip, my appreciation for life grows more and more. I still had and have no idea what to expect with each day or each trip. I have no idea how it will touch me and at what heartstring it will pull at. And that's the best part. You are not in control, and that's okay. All you have to do is let go and open your heart. Grace and Shelley Glover were my airplane buddies on our flights to and from Guatemala. The Carcel clan was right in the row behind us. And as we all bantered and giggled and explored what movies the plane seat monitor had to offer, giving each other recommendations, I realized something. These people feel a whole lot like family. And what we experience together is immense. Maybe that's why it feels like family. We did good work. We saw many people and places together. We uplifted one another. We stayed relentlessly positive together. We tested and pricked and fitted and created community with one another very quickly because we had to work as a cohesive unit to then create community with the people of Guatemala. And oh, is that the good stuff of life or what? I washed the smoky smell of burning wood and probably garbage out of my hair. I scrubbed the last bit of dusty lava ash from between my toes, and I retrained myself to sleep without the constant noises that I dare say almost become comforting. But please don't tell the symphony of roosters crowing or the dogs who incessantly scuffle all night. But I did not and will not forget Guatemala and its people. I couldn't even if I tried. It has been burned into my mind and engraved on my heart. And so, thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you to Katie for pushing me to take my first trip, bringing a fleece blanket to keep me warm and cozy all week, and for encouraging some of the most insightful and thought-provoking conversations I've ever had with another fellow human being. To Elizabeth, well, for letting me go, and for expressing much care in my growth and development as a person. To Megan, for making sure we're exactly where we need to be when we need to be there. To the leadership team, for without you all, there would be no trip. To Josue, our bus driver and host for the second year in a row, who I hope hears this. You keep us alive in many ways. To John and Jan, who have created a station in the midst of it all. To Dr. Phil for reminding by example his patients and I how to stretch into a proper sit-up or plank. To the Kunin Card Club group for childlike fun and games, Disney music and all. To the whole group for being unstoppable as a whole, and to each and every one for being individually amazing and talented in your own way. To my best friend for driving me to and from the airport at unkind hours, being a main support since kindergarten, and listening to me banter about all sorts of things upon my return to the States. To my parents for giving me this life to live, and to all of my family and friends for the support in so many ways. And lastly, I simply thank the people of Guatemala, because they are what it's all about. I thank them for being so inspirational and so irresistible. Thank you.